upset I'm making? What's the quality of leads? What's the marketing diversification? What are their future plans and growth of the company? Are they replacing salespeople or hiring more? What's the sales management look like? Like there's 50 plus different questions you can ask for a different offer. But as I mentioned earlier before, you basically if you blend it down to the most simple principles, it's like, cool, what is it that I'm actually looking for, like in a company that I want to work with? And then number two, does that business owner or does that offer align to my goals and what I want? And it enable me to make the money that I want, right? These are the questions you need to be asking. Hopefully that answers your question, Sheldon. Any advice if you're looking to hire sales reps? That's a very broad question. My
Mm.
question would be sales reps for what business? Probably a lot would come off that, man. So if you can add some more context, I can probably give you an answer.
I'll add something here. Um,
Hmm.
just like a little sort of approach you can apply to anything. Whenever I hire people for my businesses, one of the main things I think about is like, how many areas of life have they become top 1% in? I'll ask them this question. And then they just have to like tell me like how many things they became good at. If you're dealing with someone who has never become good at anything before, very unlikely they're ever going to become good at anything ever. So like what has happened in the past is a good indication for what will happen in the future. Very rare I ever see someone never succeed before the age of 20 and then they actually go on to see success. It was always people people who had success when they were young and it's just continuing on into different areas later on. So if you're hiring a sales guy, were they an elite athlete in high school, right?
Yeah, that's what I
Did
was
they
about to
do
say.
did they
Yeah.
do something that gave them the confidence and understanding to become good at anything they applied themselves to, right? Some of the best sales guys were just elite athletes, right? In any sport. Were they really good at video games? That could even be something. But yeah, that's one thing I'd say. Connor, you've probably got more.
No, 100%. I mean, I was going to add to that. I was going to say exactly that. It's like if someone's been an athlete prior to doing something, it's just a proven variable for success. I've almost every single time I've seen them be good. Or if they're transitioning from like a different business model, like making online, like for example, a lot of clients I've worked with in the past who've tried to make money online in different areas. So for example, that might be yourself. Like you've tried a marketing agency, you've tried affiliate marketing, you've tried drop shipping. If you've tried these things in the past, it actually really helps you. Because I don't believe that you start from zero. And yeah, that can be really helpful for great salespeople. Cool. So more context behind iPhone's question. Um, I sell high ticket products from 100K to multi-millions. I'd say this is much more difficult to sell, especially online. You would really struggle selling high value. No, not really. I have buddies that sell, like I mentioned, $100,000 YouTube cash cow channels, and he makes 50K a month doing that. I have other buddies who sell 50 to $100,000 Bitcoin investments. I don't know the exact details of it, but yeah, this is all done through Zoom. This is not done through person at all. It's always done through Zoom. I've sold,
And yeah.
yeah.
I was going to say, I also know eight-figure investment funds who basically run the entire onboarding sales process with Zoom calls. They'll just do like four Zoom calls with different stages of the sales funnel. So like you can absolutely sell, people to invest multiple millions of their capital into, investment funds with purely LinkedIn, cold outreach, and sales calls.
Exactly right. Yeah, like I was even selling like at some point I was selling $30,000 business coaching to tradesmen. I just met those guys an hour ago and they ended up paying me $30,000 and I collect 10% commission on that. Just imagine $3,000 for an hour phone call wasn't too bad. Christian, do you need closers? Pardon for being direct. No, I do not. And that is a classic example of how you do not get hired. Messaging people directly. There's no trust, right? If I knew you through somebody or you're in my network, I would trust you more. But do you sell those high ticket items? You need to be established. Yeah, exactly. So you work with good companies with big brands, right? People who have been around in the space for a while, right? People who have reputable companies, they have testimonials, they have good case studies, right? You want to be working with a company that has gotten their clients great results, period. That's pretty much it. Cool. No worries, Christian. Easy. Is there any other questions we have, guys, before we end off and tie today? Going. I mean, someone's probably like maybe potentially like aggressively typing out a question right now.
Yeah,
Okay,
spamming
cool.
something out.
Yeah. So this call is not about crypto specifically. It's about how you can learn a skill that you can build up your crypto portfolio, basically. No worries, Jovi. Easy. I think that's pretty much all the questions, Daniel.
Yeah.
Uh, one more. Viking, do you prevent your CV to get a high ticket sales job, or is it mainly network? It's mainly network. Some people might ask for your CVs. I've never been asked for one. But yeah, it's mainly network. All right, we'll tie it off there.
Okay, so you've just finished watching the interview that I did with Connor talking about high ticket sales. Now, if you're interested in getting into the industry, I have something that will really interest you that will speed up the process massively. So Connor actually teaches people how to get into high ticket sales, and he has kindly offered to give you guys, some of you, because it's limited spots, you have to apply to join. But for everyone who is accepted, he will be giving discounted access to his program that basically teaches you how to get to 10K a month from high ticket sales in 60 to 90 days. So if you have no idea about the industry and you want to get into it, then this would be for you. Even if you're in the industry and you're making less than 10K a month, this program is also for you, because Connor, from working in high ticket sales, has been making for years 15, 20, 25, 30K, depending on the offer, per month, traveling the world, working like 4 hours a day. And that's what this program is designed to do, that he has created. It will show you how to get in 60, 90 days using his system to make 25K a month from high ticket sales, working 4 hours a day, if you want to, traveling the world or living at home, wherever you want to do it, okay? So just for context, Connor doesn't have a website for this offer. It's something that he has recently started. He's recently sort of pivoted from doing the high ticket sales to running the education side of things. But this document will give you all the details, and we'll go into it in a bit more depth. But this program has been done by, I think, over 100 students now, and the students inside of this program have got amazing results. If you'd like a really in-depth breakdown on how his mastermind for working in remote sales and high-ticket sales works, there's a full document here. I was going to read from this, but I was like, it's a little long, so I figured I'd just give you guys a simple summary here on how the program works in case anyone's interested. But before, let's go through a couple of these tabs here. So Connor has this video called 3 High-Ticket Sales Course. If you want to look more into how the industry works and a bit more of a course on how you'd get into it, this video is really, really good. This is an awesome video, okay? You should all go on YouTube and type this up. And by the way, all the links are going to be below the video that you're watching in school, okay? If you want a full overview of the course and the program and how it works, it's here. His YouTube channel, here. Instagram, here. This is the form if you would be interested in potentially joining his program with the discounted access, being a Bull Run Millions student. You can apply here. This form is also in school. But anyway, let's talk about the program, how you can make this dream a reality. So in my opinion, Connor is the most qualified guy in the industry. I know tons of high-ticket sales guys who teach this stuff. There's guys like Luke Alexander I've met in real life. And there's a couple other guys who teach this stuff too. Most of them are scammers. A couple of them are okay, but Connor's actually been very legit. As I told you guys, I've known him for many years now. We met back when I used to live on the Gold Coast in Australia, and we're both, not doing crazy well, only making like 10, 20K a month, and we've come a long way since then. So here's how the program works. It costs 4K on his Instagram, but because you're in my community and I wanted to get you guys a better price, it's 3,600 US. Connor's bringing on 3 people per month, if we even hit that, or maybe, there's a lot of more people than that, we'll see, from this program, okay? And you apply by the application link in school. So here's how the program works. Connor will teach you an approach that he has to high ticket sales, which is called the New Way model. It's the complete New Way model. And it's what Connor has followed himself to get to the top 1% of results in the high ticket sales industry. Okay, he's got really, really good results from the industry. He has a unique approach to it. He gives you the entire breakdown in the course. He also will teach you all of the advanced sales skills that he has learned from not just spending $50,000 on sales training from the best sales guys in the world, but also from closing over like half a deck a million, I guess you could say, in high ticket sales deals. That doesn't mean he made 5 million, but he closed millions and millions of dollars in deals. And from closing deals, you learn sales and you learn advanced skills. You're also going to learn the 2-step interview framework that you can follow to close 7, 8, even 9-figure clients to basically work in a high-ticket sales role. And also the networking role acquisition strategy that Connor uses to basically get hired for all the prior jobs that he had. So keep in mind that most of the strategies people teach to get hired in high-ticket sales are not very good, okay? Connor's approach to high-ticket sales is very unique, and it's highly effective, especially for people who are new to the industry, who don't already have, prior experience. It's a networking role acquisition strategy, and this strategy, I 100% completely agree is the best strategy, because I've worked in high-ticket sales, and I got hired through doing this strategy accidentally. He told me about the strategy, and I was like, oh shit, I did this, because I joined a networking community, and I got hired in this community to do a high-ticket sales role. And I got hired because I was in the community. I had done networking to surround myself with certain people, and because when you hire for people, you don't try to find the best guy, you just find the closest, most qualified guy, I got hired. I didn't have any high-ticket sales skills, never done sales in my life, but I was the one who got the role over tons of other people because I was in the right place, of course, as well at the right time. And so that's the strategy that Connor teaches you. It's a largely networking-based industry. You will have to learn how to do networking. And it's a simple strategy. It's not that hard, okay? So here's how the course works. 30-minute onboarding call with Connor. He will custom tailor for you a solution, a plan of attack for how you can get your first role, or even if you're just trying to make more money and you're already in the industry. You'll just get a plan of attack of how you can progress. You get lifetime access to all the training. It's hosted on School, quite similar to my course. It's hosted on School, and you get any and all updates to the program, because of course the system changes over time. You want to get access to that as well. Community group is hosted on School, so everyone that is also in this program who's on the same journey as you will all be active in this community. You guys will all be helping each other. People are posting wins inside of the group, so you'll see that this system is literally working in front of your eyes, and it will actually massively motivate you, seeing that it actually works with people who are just like you. Number 4, you get weekly group coaching calls with Connor. So if you're running into any problems, you want to get guidance on a certain thing, you just hop on these calls, Connor will answer them, and it'll massively speed up your progress because you'll be pointed in the exact direction that you need to go in. Number 5 is the one-on-one DM access to Connor. So if you have any questions, if you just want personalized guidance, whatever it is, just DM him anytime. It makes it near impossible not to get into the industry. Like if you just do exactly what one of the most qualified guys to teach high-ticket sales in this industry tells you to do, and you just keep doing it consistently, 60 days, 90 days, maybe it takes a little bit longer, you will get into the industry. It's really not that hard. And you could be making that 10K, 15K, 20K, whatever that goal is for you, and working from pretty much anywhere. So that's how it's delivered. I've gone over how the program works. If you want to apply to get discounted access to the best high-ticket sales training program in the industry, fill in the form that you'll find in School, okay? When you clicked on the video, there was the video, and below it, you're going to see a bunch of links, okay? There'll be a form you fill out, and then Connor will be getting in touch with you if you are interested in joining, okay? So, yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.